They are so excited because Curtis Stone is here. It never really gets old. So we love having you here. We love cooking with you. We've done a couple of recipes. We're going to do another one now. It's a stir fry.
It is.
So a lot of the recipes, as you were saying, very Australian in the sense that you've got a fusion of flavors and ingredients that are very Australian. This one is a stir-fried chili crab.
It's a chili crab, which I guess is Singaporean in style originally, but we beg, borrow and barter in Australia. So we really are a part of Southeast Asia geographically. So the same things that grow really well in Thailand and Singapore and Hong Kong, they also grow really well in Australia. We have tropical regions and subtropical regions. So all of the stuff that you would normally use in a stir fry, like shallots and garlic and ginger, and of course beautiful crabs, all are so great. My goodness, if you ever make it to Sydney, you've got to go to the Sydney Fish Market.
Really?
Because you look one way and there's the Harbour Bridge and there's the Sydney Opera House, and then you look the other way and there's 15 different types of live crab for sale.
My
it's right there on the harbour. It's really cool.
And that's got to be lovely as someone who's into food and cooking to see the fresh ingredients, you know, and see all of those options out there.
Yeah, it's really cool. So I'll tell you what I've done. Shallots, garlic and ginger, right? It's sort of that holy trinity that we use in Southeast Asian cooking. And then we've put in some chili pepper.
Is it hot, or not so much?
It's sort of mild.
Okay.
It's medium heat.
Okay.
I've got a little Chinese rice wine, and I'm adding some rice vinegar, a little soy sauce, and a little chili sauce. So in a little bowl or a little jug like I've got here, I'm basically mixing up all of the sauce that's going to go in. Once you've got all of the flavour very aromatic in your pan, then you add your crab, right? So
nice. And this is the real thing, I imagine.
Oh, yeah. Now, if you get whole crabs, you could be cooking this with the crab still in its shell, right? So you could be cooking the claws of the crab, but this is obviously picked crab meat that I got here locally. Got it. And then you go ahead, once that sort of, you get that sizzle happening, you add your liquid, right? You stir fry that for just a minute, and it's ready to serve. That's what I love about it. It's so fast and so fragrant. Yeah. Some rice is a great accompaniment for it. So
when you know you're going to be cooking it that quickly, you know you're working with a really fresh product. I mean, you can't do that with fish that's about to go, you know? It's got to be fresh stuff.
It sure does.
And then it just needs a little bit of heating up, a little bit of frying, and it's ready.
It's so quick. And you can see as that sort of comes together, comes back up to the boil, you know that it's heated through, and you're ready to serve it just like that.
Family style. Unless that's a serving for one. I could eat it.
You could. And then I finish it with just a little fresh cilantro that I just sort of throw over the top. Nice. Like so. And that's it. Chili crab, really quick.
Yeah. What do you guys think? Hear chili crab and they think, this is going to be a very high maintenance meal. This is something you can actually do on a weeknight if you get access to the fresh crab, the fresh fish. So cityline.tv for that recipe.
Absolutely.
Now we're going sweet again.
We're going back to something sweet because I know you love it. Yes. This is our famous dessert in Australia. It's called a Pavlova. Okay. So I've got some, of course you make the egg meringue. So it's egg whites, a little sugar and just a touch of cornstarch. And then into the cream, you add some coconut cream and whip it. Just a little bit. Just a little. So that's the crispiness of the meringue, and then, of course, that soft sort of fluffiness of the whipped coconut and cream. So as a chef, do you find it harder to do the sweet stuff? Or do you find it harder to do the food? I love it. I mean, I don't... You love it all? I love it all. I really do. I mean, I cook more savoury, of course, in the restaurants because we have great pastry chefs, but it's for that reason that I really enjoy doing it at home because I don't do it as often. Right. So I'm using tropical fruits. So I've got pineapple, and I'm going to put some mango on top of that pav. Nice. And again, you know, this is all stuff that grows so beautifully back at home. All in season right now. Right now, it's sort of the time for it, yeah. So you kind of pick and choose what the flavors that you want to add to this, because a pavlova can really be whichever way you want to take it. What is that? Toasted coconut. So again, that little crispiness. Nice. Passion fruit is the other thing that I just love. And, you know, we get so much of back there. Yeah. I grow this in California too, actually. Oh, you do? Yeah, I've got a couple of vines of the passion fruit. Nice. So that's the pav. It's really simple to make. And wait till you try it. Oh, I get to eat this one too? Oh, are you kidding? Of course. Okay. So I'm going to cut a nice big piece. I'm going to try and do this in like a television-friendly way. Okay, there you go.
Okay, let me get a little bit of this.
It bizarrely is super light. It's one of those delicious...
It is. You can tell. Oh my gosh, so fresh.
Isn't that good?
That is so fresh. The ingredients are amazing. They're already mad at me because I'm eating all your recipes and they're not. They told me during the break. Okay, so if you had to pick an easy weekday recipe, you're at home, you're not at the restaurant, you can be there with the boys.
Yep.
What would you go to? What's your go-to? Is it an omelet like in our house?
You know,
it's a little fancier?
No, well, you know, my mum used to make roast chicken for us when we were kids, and we'd come home and I can still remember opening that door and smelling, oh, she's doing a roast chicken.
Yeah.
So I try and create that for my kids too, you know, so we still have roast chicken once a week. We have a veggie garden, so we go and pick whatever's in season and cook with that. In the same way my mum did back at home. So,
very nice.
Tradition's everything with food, isn't it?
It absolutely is. And listen, don't wait another 2 years to come back and visit us. We love having you here.